We're about to bring on Steve Bronson, CEO of Interlink, ticker LINK. Let's go ahead. Let's pull the chart up here. LINK, Lima, India, November, Kilo. Adding him onto the stream now. There we go. All right, Steven, what's up? Welcome to the Power Hour. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And you're the CEO of Interlink, again, public company, ticker LINK, Lima, India, November, Kilo. Tell us a little bit about the company and what you're most excited about.
Great, thank you. Well, the company is a pioneer in printed electronics and sensor technologies. It was founded in 1985, but I'm very excited about where we are today and where we're going. We're a fully integrated sensor technology solution organization. So our roots are force sensing resistors. What are those? And I like to show a little demo to the audience out there, but this is a sensor. As I press on it, it's detecting the force or pressure. And this is a resistive based technology. So for all of us who carry at least a cell phone out there, this is capacitive technology, so it's detecting touch, where our technology is detecting force or pressure. And we have a very rich history of not only selling standard sensors, but also solutions based on our resistive-based force sensing technology. So we have some neat gadgets. We're in power tools, so we design a clutch sensor. So if the user wants to adjust the level of torque, they adjust it. It's our clutch sensor behind that's detecting that adjustment. So
wait. Okay, sorry. I'm the guy who always slows everybody down.
That's okay.
So the sensor that you create, that's the one when I'm adjusting my drill, which I don't own a drill, but I probably should.
Okay.
I'm an adult now. I probably should own a drill, but I don't. Okay. But your sensor is the one that's picking up on me adjusting the torque.
Correct.
Okay.
So adjusting the level of force that's being applied.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So we have the drill application. Could you give us a couple of other applications? I think that would be
sure.
helpful.
So we also have a touchpad solution that's based on our core technology. So for example, Panasonic Toughbooks, they're fully rugged Toughbook models, uses our touchpad technology. And the reason is because it's a resistive base, it's detecting force and pressure versus touch. So the user could be wearing a glove. If you're in a cold weather, typically your cell phone's not going to detect touch if your hands are cold. With a resistive based technology, since we're detecting force or pressure, it's going to work even in harsh temperature environments, or whether the user's wearing a glove, or whether you spill liquid on it. And we work with not just force and pressure sensing, but also position sensing. So for example, if we want to detect not only the level of pressure and force that's being applied, but also the position. So when I move my finger up and down, it's detecting the position. In addition, we work with not only our existing technologies, but we combine them with other sensor technologies, creating a multi-sensing fusion platform. So in essence, because of our rich history around our core sensor technologies, we know how that works with other related sensor technologies. So we deal with Fortune 100, 500 customers and smaller customers, and they don't want to just buy the standard sensor. They want a complete solution. So for example, we delivered for over 5 years in a leading electronic vehicle manufacturer. They used our sensor technology, and I'm showing the actual device that detect the force or pressure that was being applied to the door handle. So therefore, the door handle would present itself.
That's pretty cool. We all know which one you're hinting about.
Exactly. And so you got to look at it that we're replacing a dummy mechanical switch with an intelligent solution, intelligent switch. So in this application, you don't want a pebble to hit the door handle or the door handle to pop open. So you have to know the difference between deliberate and accidental force. And with software in-house, we can make that determination because everything has a signature pattern. So what I mean by that is the force that a pebble is going to hit the door handle is going to be faster than the human force. And so we understand not only our core technology, our sensor technology, but the ecosystem that we play in. So for example, and I like showing examples because it's easier than me just talking to it, but this is our sensing element that's used, and it's around the metal frame. But now if we put it in this big foam and rubber device, it's actually used by a leading medical equipment manufacturer in their radiation oncology equipment. So when the patient's laying on a gantry and this device is going against the patient to detect a part of the radiation therapy, if the patient moves, it detects that force or pressure with our sensing element built into the bumper system, or the frame, I should say. So we have this very rich history since we were founded in 1985 of delivering very critical, complete sensing solution packages that requires really high performance and high reliability.
Okay, and guys, if you're just joining us, the company that we're talking about, Interlink Electronics, ticker LINK. Great ticker, by the way.
Thank you.
And everybody's making fun of me in the chat for admitting that I don't own a drill, so that's the last time I'll open up about anything that's not stock related. Don't
feel bad. I'm not allowed to use a drill in my house. I do usually more damage.
All right, let's ask Drew. Drew, do you own a drill?
I do not. But I'm a college student.
We'll get on that, guys. Yeah, Drew's our college trader. Steven, so you just took us through some of the current applications. I'm curious about, what are some of the future applications you're most excited about? Where do you see this type of technology going, et cetera?
Excellent. So we're very excited about the future with IoT, augmented reality, and other potential EV applications. So when I expand on that, our current sensors are used in a wearable application where it's helping in the device that's detecting a respiratory rate. And so as we see this world evolving with IoT and wearables, because our printed sensor technology, and here's one of our standard sensors, we can print on different substrates and materials and provide really the sensing element on whether it's clothing or other type of wearable devices. We're all used to smartwatches. Everybody focuses on the actual screen, but you also have a lot of real estate here on the band. With the vehicle and the growth of electronic vehicles, we think there's a lot of applications both on the interior and exterior of the automotive. We've had success not only on the exterior, but we were also successful in replacing mechanical switches around the entertainment system in the interior part of the car. So as we go forward, we also think that, especially with the EV marketplace, there's a lot of chatter around batteries. Batteries are great, but if they overheat and they explode, it's going to create a headache for you. And we think there's a place for not just our sensor technology, but other related sensor technologies. So not only are we working on improving our performance on our core existing sensor technology, but we're also looking to expand in other related sensor technologies. So for example, if you combine force with environmental, so not only are you detecting the level of force or pressure being applied, but there's all sorts of types of environmental sensors that's detecting everything from the temperature, gas, different types of elements that would be important depending on the application. So we look at our world constantly evolving, and we feel we're very well positioned. And one big aspect is we're fully integrated. So we manufacture all our own sensors in our own manufacturing facility based in China. We have an R&D and engineering center that we're expanding here in Southern California. And we also have a global network, both from a distribution standpoint and key sales, direct and sales partners. So we feel, in addition to our technology offerings and our appetite to grow and expand our technology basket, we have a very solid foundation from an infrastructure to support that future growth.
All right, I like it, and I've got a follow-up question to that, but Steve, I want to let you know the chat is definitely paying attention because we have a lot of drill puns in there.
Okay.
So tell me if this is accurate or not. But I would imagine that a lot of the future of the technology has to do with the software component. What I thought was really intriguing was how you're talking about sort of the footprint between a pebble and a human hand to indicate whether or not we should, open the car up or not. Is that fair to say that a lot of what's interesting here is the future of the software development, or is it on the hardware side just as much?
No, that's a great question, Luke, and it's a great point. Software is very critical, and it's actually a differentiator with us than potentially some of our competitors, because we deliver a complete solution, not just selling the sensor itself, but with the software, depending on the application. And in addition to the software, and we do our own software in-house, is the materials that we work with. So if you're using our sensor in an automotive application, that requires a very big temperature range. So a positive 85°C to negative 40°C, which is really an extreme variance in temperature. And you have to know what materials to work with. So the substrate that we actually print the sensor on has to be able to withstand, for example, that high heat. So it's the software, it's the materials, and it's also with our sensor technology and our standard sensor. When we print, we're also using an ink. We like to refer to that as our secret recipe, and the ink formulation that we use and some of the ingredients within that is very critical depending on the application and the needs of our customers.
Awesome. All right, Steve, and if folks want to hear more, they want to stay in touch, do you have anywhere to send them?
Yes, to our website, Interlink Electronics, the investor relations section. They can actually pull down our investor presentation, and it's pretty comprehensive.
There we go. All right, guys. Again, one more time, the ticker LINK. Great ticker.
Thank you.
So, Steve, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming on the Power Hour and hanging out. I guarantee this is the most fun stock show that you'll join. Well, I guess I can't guarantee that, but that's at least what we're aiming for. So it's awesome to have you here. And again, chat super active and very interested in the company.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Luke. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.